Hey Raider Nation, it's Joseph again for Zenny62. So a few weeks ago, I did a vlog that caused a lot of controversy because I called out Mark Davis, John Gruden for not denouncing President Trump and his racist acts. Again, let me reiterate, this is a man who called neo-Nazis, the Aryan Nation, white supremacists, the Proud Boys, that they were good guys. But he calls people like Colin Kaepernick and the Black Lives Matter movement a bunch of terrorists and tells them that they shouldn't live in this country. But yet, he doesn't say that about the neo-Nazis. He didn't come out and say anything about that man who was walking down in Kenosha with an assault rifle. Why didn't the cops shoot him? He was a white man walking down the street with an assault rifle, and Donald Trump didn't say anything about that. So my point is with the Raiders, now you got to remember, again, I'm a huge Raider fan, and I think all of the NFL needs to do this, but I'm concentrating on the Raiders because that's my team. But I think when you have an owner and a coach who have supported the Republican Party and who have essentially supported Donald Trump's election as a Republican candidate, you need to come out and denounce Donald Trump for his racist acts. You can't have on your Twitter banner Black Lives Matter when you have a president that you support through the Republican Party calling them terrorists and continue to accept money also through the neo-Nazis. There's been a report in Business Insider that a person by the name of Morris Gullett, who was a neo-Nazi leader, has been donating to the Trump campaign, I believe, since 2017. But in 2018, the Trump administration was notified of this, and they did nothing about it. They didn't address the issues. They didn't return the money. And to this day, in 2020, they still continue to receive money from this organization. Now, the Southern Poverty Law Firm has also put them on their watch list because what they did was they created a church, a quote-unquote Christian church for real Christians, and that's basically a hub for the Aryan Nation to congregate in. And so they're utilizing that church base to congregate and to push their racist neo-Nazi agendas, and by that they're utilizing whatever monies or funds they receive and they're giving it to Donald Trump. And like I mentioned before, Donald Trump has done nothing about this, has not given back the money, and continues to call out everybody that's trying to make a change in civil rights, terrorists, but he doesn't say that about the neo-Nazis, the white supremacists, the Proud Boys, or that kid, or that guy, or that man that was walking down the street in Kenosha with an assault rifle. Doesn't say anything about that. So, though we're talking about the Raiders, I think it's important that they take a stand because the Raiders have always been the leaders in trying to promote diversity and ethnicity in the coaching staff, in the administration staff. The first woman that was involved with the NFL was Amy Trask. So you have these great things happening with the Raiders, but again, you can't and you shouldn't be absent to the fact that what's going on. You need to come out and say something. You remember my report when John Gruden said, oh, we'll take a couple of days off because we want to do something instead of just taking the day off. Well, I'm still waiting for them to do something. You know, the week and a half passed and nothing was done in terms of action or making a plan to do something. So these are just pointless words. So if you want to make a statement, John Gruden, Mark Davis, you need to come out and denounce the president because the president was part of that Republican Party that you support. The president has called out the Black Lives Matter movement terrorists, and you can't have it both ways. You support Black Lives Movement because the majority of your players are black, but then again, you support a Republican administration that has turned into a racist administration. It wasn't like this before. This is Trump's Republican Party, not the Republican Party that I know that many people know as well that have supported Republican candidates. So I think you have to have the balls, Mark Davis and John Gruden, and come out and denounce Donald Trump. He's accepting money from neo-Nazis in his campaign, and yet he doesn't call them out. He doesn't denounce those racist acts. That's the biggest threat to the United States, is the white supremacists and the Aryan nation, and he does nothing about that. But remember, the people who are pushing for change, he calls terrorists. So again, I'm calling out Mark Davis, John Gruden, have the balls to come out and denounce Donald Trump. Because if you really support the Black Lives Matter movement, and you support your teammates, and you support your coaches, and you support your players, then you need to come out and do that. Keep it here on Zenny62, and don't forget to like and subscribe.